Alright, so let's go and take a look at these two. We're going to deal with the top two portions in this video, and in our next video we're going to deal with the bottom two. So looking at it, it says we're going to solve and graph the solution. So we're going to solve it, we're going to create the equation, the inequality, from what they gave us here. We're going to solve it, and then we're going to graph it. So here, we're talking about the sum of x and 3 is less than 8. And we know the word sum means to add. So the things we're going to add, it says the sum of x and 3. So we're going to add x plus 3. And it says it's less than 8. So if we're talking about less than, which one of these are we going to use? The left side or the right side? This one or this one? And hopefully you said, okay, well, less than means we're going to make an L. So that means this is the only one that you can make into an L shape. So we're going to use the left one. And it says less than 8. Okay, so we have that inequality. Now we have to solve it. And so here, if we have to solve this out, everybody should hopefully remember how to do this. So remember, we do the opposite of what's here. So if that's a positive 3, we subtract 3. And we only do that because we're going to cross the inequality sign. So inequality is right there. We're going to cross it. So it means we change the sign. So here, the 3's canceled out. So we're left with just x is less than. And here we do 8 minus 3. So if you have $8 and you take $3 away from that, that means you have 5. Okay, so here in this part, we're going to do x is less than 5. Now, the whole set builder notation is something that's very, very easy, very simple. Now, I'm going to do this first part in pen just so you can have it, but you can do it in pencil, that's fine. But when it comes to set builder notation, you have this little bracket thing, and if you can't do that, you can always do like this little squiggly line there, and it means the same thing. If you can't do that brace, just do the squiggly line. That's fine. And we're going to put x here. Always x, because that's all we're dealing with right now. Or in the next one, we're going to talk about another letter. We're going to put that letter right there. So it's going to be whatever the letter is in the problem, and we're going to put a line, a vertical line right there. So this is going to happen every time. And then all we do is take your inequality that you found, and we're going to put that there. And then we close off with that little bracket back there. Again, squiggly line if you need to. So again, the bracket, the brace, the variable, x in this case, x, then a line, and then you just take this part right here, and you put it right in there. Alright, now, the last part is to graph it. And here, really, what I want you to do is go ahead and put the number right smack dab in the middle of that line. So here we say x is less than 5. So we put 5 smack dab in the middle of that line, right there. Right there. Okay. Now, with that, again, we said on the front, back here, if it's a less than sign or a greater than sign, we have an open circle. So here, we have just a less than sign here. So that means on 5, we have an open circle. Bye. But the only part is you have to make sure you know which side to actually shade on. And really, as long as your x is over here on, so let's look at this part here. Let's see here, because it's that stuff. As long as your x is, or your variable is on the left side, wherever this thing is pointing to, that's where you go. So this is that point I'm talking about right here. Wherever that's pointing, that's the direction you shade. So if that's pointing that direction, that means we need to shade in that direction. So if the point is here, in that direction, we shade in that direction. So we shade this part here. And with this part, let's go ahead and fill in some other numbers, like 4, 3, 2. And this will be like 6, 7, 8. And if you look at it, 4, 3, and 2 are less than 5. So that's why we shade over there. Those are all numbers that are less than 5. Okay, so hopefully that's not bad. Not bad. Okay, so let's go on to the other side here, and let's do this one. Again, with the same directions. And this one says 5 subtracted from m is more than negative 11. So we're saying 5 is subtracted from m. So some people would do this. But does that show that 5 is subtracted from m, or m is subtracted from 5? So in other words, if you're subtracted from 5, that means we're taking 5 away from m, right? Because 5 subtracted from m means you're taking numbers away from m, taking 5 numbers away. But this right here is saying we have 5, and we're going to take away m. So we got it backwards. So we need to have it as m minus 5. Because 5 subtracted from m, we have m right here, and we subtract 5 from it. So in other words, you have to switch the order because you're subtracting it from. All right, now here it says we're going to do m is more than negative 11. More than. So again, we have these two shapes. We said that one makes the L, so that's less than, and this one is greater than. And if we talked about more than, that's this side right here, is more than. So it means we have to use the greater than symbol. That's this part right here. Again, is more than means greater than. Okay, now go ahead and we're going to solve it out. So here, again, we're going to do the opposite of it. So it means we're going to add 5 to both sides. And again here, if we have $11, if we owe $11 and then we give a person $5, we still owe the money, right? Because negative means you owe somebody money. So if we add 5, if we give them $5, we still owe them $6. So we're not out the hole yet. So we're still in negatives because we haven't actually like gotten out of that. We haven't gotten to that number yet that we still owe them. Okay. Now for our set builder notation, again, we do that little brace right there. What is our variable for this problem? M, right there, M. Okay, so we put M for the variable, and then we do a vertical line. Again, it's always that variable and a vertical line, whichever one to give you. And then again, just put that inequality down there. So you take that part right there, and you put it right smack dab right there. That's set builder notation. That's it. Okay. And then again, we're going to put negative 6 smack dab in the middle of this graph, or the inequality, the line, sorry, the graph. Again, because we're dealing with the greater than sign, greater than has an open circle. Open circles. So we put an open circle on negative 6. And this time again, if the variable is on the left side, you shade wherever the arrow is pointing. So the arrow is pointing right here. So that means you go to the right over here. That's where it's pointing. So it means we're going to shade this side over here. So numbers that are greater than 6. Negative 6, sorry. So here, if we put numbers in here, this is negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, and this is negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. Now, some of you guys might be like, whoa, wait a minute, wait. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, that's not bigger than negative 6. Well, if you think about it, looking at these numbers here, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, if you owe $6, That's a lot of money, right? That you have to owe. But if you owe $5, that's that's better than owing -$6. If you owe $4, that's better than -5. Better than 6. If you owe $3, that's better than owing $6. So as you're coming here, your value is increasing. So what you're owing goes to 0. So it's increasing each time. So you're getting better. So here, that part again, you always shade on the part that actually is getting that's increasing, which is this part here that's greater than. All right, so here's the next video.